Hello everyone, Yami here, and today I'm finally glad to show you my Skull Servant deck. Not all the cards are here, but the main monsters are here, so I'm like, might as well let's record the video, deck profile, Skull Servant. So I was going to make this back in October, and then the following day I found out we got new support for Skull Servant, so I'm like, I'm going to postpone that until now. So we finally have it, and it's pretty good. If with a new Skull Servant, that's 3,000 new attack for King of the Skull Servant. So I would show you the new card right away, but I want to be organized and be like show you everything. So 3 vanilla Skull Servant. It's funny, this one is blue, but the other 2 are purple. I don't know what's up with that. So very self-explanatory on those. And then the boss monster is triple King of the Skull Servant. Now, this one you can't really see it, but that one is purple and these 2 are blue. So I don't know what's up with that. So this guy gains 1,000 attack for each Skull Servant, and every Skull Servant becomes Skull Servant in the graveyard. So it's just great. So, and for King of the Skull Servant, so he's gonna be big. He's gonna be big. So here is the new card, and I'm so glad it got like a foil one. Here it is, White Baking. So this one's really good. You could basically once you send it to the graveyard, you're basically getting 4,000 attack for your monster. So this one, it reads, this card becomes Skull Servant while in the graveyard. If a level 3 or lower zombie monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effects, you can discard this card. So it's not only exclusive to Skull Servants, any level 3 or lower zombie is protected. So that's pretty dang cool. Let's continue. And then, if this card is discarded, you can add up to 2 monsters with different names from your deck to your hand, except this card, that are either Skull Servant or specifically list Skull Servant in their text. Then discard 1 card. So here's a little plan I do. Alright, so say I have Union Zombie in my field. Activate its effect to send a card from the deck to the graveyard. I send White Baking. I add a King of the Skull Servant if I don't have one already. If I have one, then I'll add White Princess. But say I don't have a King of the Skull Servants in my hand. So I discard this one with Union from the deck to the hand from Union Zombie's effect. I add a King of the Skull Servants and a White Prince. Then I have to discard a card, which will be White Prince, propping his effect to send a vanilla Skull Servant and a Lady in White to the grave. That's 4,000. This card is great. Look at it, he's so happy too. Wait, do I have the flash on? Oh no. There we go. Look, that's great. And there's the flash. I didn't know I had the flash. So that is great. Great addition to the deck. And then speaking of White Prince, we have White Prince. When this one's card is sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Skull Servant vanilla and 1 Lady in White. So that's pretty dang cool. And then this has another effect which will come in handy sometimes. You can banish this card alongside 2 other Skull Servants to special summon a King of the Skull Servants from your deck. And only your deck, right? Not your hand. And that's right, only your deck, so not too bad at all. So, and our other one is White Princess. With this one, say your opponent's going to attack you. You discard this card, and then their monster lose 300 for each star or rank they have. So it's like a Blue Eyes. They're going down to 600, so it's pretty great. And then it has other stuff during either phase. Yeah, it just becomes Skull Servant in the graveyard. So really great 3 of. I'm running max of all the Skull Servants. And here is a card they got a reprint not too long ago in Dual Overload. This one's great. Because it was like a $10 card because it only got 1 printing. And with this one, you can target one of your banished Skull Servants or White Mare, return them to the graveyard. So that's an extra 1,000, And well, 2,000 if you count this card as 2L. And then you could target one of your banished Lady in White or King of the Skull Servants and summon those. So, you know, for White Prince's effect, to bring out that, boom, you could also bring this out, which is great. So triple those. And then one of the oldest cards alongside Skull Servant Vanilla is the Lady in White. It was actually really nice because I had this one on the field and I summoned a King of the Skull Servants. My opponent breakthrough skill my King of the Skull Servants is like, haha, you can't target it because this one prevents that. It's pretty decent protection. I mean, it has to have 0 attack, I guess. You know, all face up, level 3 or lower zombie monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle and are infected by card effects or spells, traps. So that's pretty good. So triple those. Those are all the Skull Servants. So here's what I meant was I don't have all the cards yet. Shoot my cat. Triple Union Zombie. This one you can activate its effect, target one monster on the field. It increases its level, and you can send a card from the deck to the graveyard or from the hand. It's much useful if you send something from the deck, honestly. So I use that one. And you can go into some synchro play because he is a tuner, you know. Really good card. Recommend it. As a 3. Maybe drop it at 2. I was running it at 2 for a long time. And I had to buy another one because the deck profile needed it. And then we're also running the Zuki package with, oh goodness gracious, with Mizuki. This one you can banish it from the grave. You can banish this card from the graveyard and target one zombie monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory what he does. And then only running 2 Gozukis. This one you could pretty much do what Union Zombie does. With a lesser effect, I guess, to send something from the deck to the grave, and then boom, boom, boom. Again, 4,000 attack for your King of the Skull Servants. And then it has a second effect, you know, where it goes to the graveyard, special summon a zombie. Almost never comes up, but you should see it every now and then. And then I am running, that was it for the monsters. I'm running 2 Unexpected Die. If you control no monsters, special summon a level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck. You know, Skull Servant. Go into some links. Always never hurts. Always never hurts. Alright. And then here's a couple of one-ofs. One, Burial from the Different Dimension. You know, target the ones you banish, what's his name? White Prince banishes 2 other Skull Servants to bring out a King of the Skull Servants from your deck. And then boom, bring those back. So, sheesh. 1 Reigeki, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 for 1, Foolish Burial, really good, and 1 Book of Life. So these are all one-ofs. You could toss around the numbers, but I like this lineup. So that is it for the spells. And then only run 1 trap in this deck, and it is Needlebug Nest. You know, send top 5 cards from your deck to the graveyard, and they activate their effects. So the extra deck is a bit messy because I am going to change it a little bit because I dueled my friend last night. So I am going to run triple Relinquish Enema because my pal had a number 107 Tachyon Dragon. I'm like, oh, I could OTK you with my King of the Skull Servants. He's like, oh, try it. I forgot he can negate effects, dropping my King of the Skull Servant to 0. I'm like, shoot. So, this one, I gotta go for 3. This one, I don't know if I'm gonna run it at 2 or 3, maybe 1. I don't know. 1 Link Spider, that's a definite one-of. Doesn't come up that often. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, just because it's good removal. 1 Vampire Zombie, you know, 2 zombies, and it's like a draw power basically. So I'm gonna mess around with these, not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with it. And then since we have Union Zombie, we can go into some synchro plays. 1 Ally of Justice. If you hear noise, that's my cat just jumping around. 1 Bryonic Dragon of the Ice Barrier. I heard their structure deck just came out. And then 1 Black Rose Dragon. 1 Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. one Stardust Spark Dragon, one Scrap Dragon, and one Beals. So, you know, synchros. If you want to, there no need to, but they're there. So, yeah, with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Leave me suggestions on how I could fix the deck, make it consistent. I don't know. But yeah, look at this art. It's amazing. So with that being said, guys, I will see you on my next video, whatever that is. Take care.